Ultimate Combo.
Welcome everybody to Twisted Gaming TV. My name's Chris, and today I'm here to review the Arcade 1-Up arcade machines. We have a Street Fighter, and then we have the Rampage that we have over here. Now, this is my first review on the channel, and just want to let you know this is a real review, and it's not bought or anything. As you can see, I paid in full from GameStop. $2.99 a piece. That's each. So $6.49, including tax and everything. There's my name on there to prove it. You can see that. So this is a real honest review of the arcade machines that I got. Now, a little background before I get into it. I'm 38 years old, so when these machines were released, the actual arcade machines were released back in the day, I was probably 11 or 12 years old. Street Fighter Champion was 1992, and I'm not really sure what the other ones, what year that was, so I was about 12. So I actually played the real arcade machines in the arcade back in the day. So I know arcade machines. I own about 5 of them. I have 2 original Killer Instinct machines, KI-1 and KI-2, all original, so I know what to look for and what's real authentic for arcade machines. Even though these are mini, the appearance of them look like the originals, just small. So, like I said, I've been around video games my whole life. My first system was the NES by Nintendo, and I was about 6 when I got that. I probably didn't even know what I was doing, but anyway, so I know video games. So let's start. First off with these, they take about 45 minutes to build them. You know, depending if you're fast or slow. Me, I'm real delicate about stuff, so I take my time to make sure I don't scratch anything or anything. So pretty much they shipped in long, skinny boxes, and the instructions were very good. They got to the point, and I had these up in no time. So anyways, how these work is you got an on and off button, and then you got volume. So we'll go ahead and turn them on so you can see how they work. That's a little delay. So each cabinet has 3 to 4 or 5 games, unless you get a deluxe cabinet, which has 12 games. I think that's the Atari one. But anyways, you turn it on, and you know, the Street Fighter one has 3 games. So you got Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2, the new Challengers, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition. So you select one, push the button, then you push start one, and it even has the original intros. Now, if you don't want to play this and you want to play another one, you just hold down the player 1 button for 5 seconds. Like that. Go back to the menu. Let's see this intro. awesome. And let's try the turbo. See the intro to this one. I love the intro to that. And it also has demo, like you were in the arcades if nobody was playing. And it just demo all the time, which is awesome.
Round one, fight!
Now it's on medium volume right here. You can turn it off, medium volume, or higher volume. So it has 3 settings. Anyways, the graphics are like they're supposed to be. Of course, they're on a LCD screen instead of a CRT tube TV like they were in the original arcade machines, but I mean, they pretty much look the same. The cabs all look like they're supposed to. Like I said before, it's just a mini version. They sell for $2.99, which I think is a super good selling point. It's really amazing, and I'll show you the graphics later, but I mean, the controls, they sound like the real ones. The buttons sound like a real arcade. They haven't said what company made the control panel, which I'm sure it's one of the top arcade companies that have done all the buttons for the original arcades and everything, you know. They just won't say who did it, but the only thing with the Street Fighter one that's not original to the actual real arcade that looked like this back in the day was the ball controllers. They had the real machine had the bat ones, which arcade figured that out later on, and you know, it was too late in production. So maybe they'll have some options later or whatever to put bat top style joysticks, which you can go on some websites and buy them and do them yourself if you want to. But the graphics are great. It's real good, real sturdy quality. But the whole concept of these is they're 63 pounds. They compared to a 400-pound arcade machine, just like my Killer Instinct machines in the other room, and they're cheaper. These are $2.99. My Killer Instinct machines, one of them I paid like $1,600, and in fact these are 25-year-old arcade machines I have in another room, but they still sell for that because they're hard to find. One I paid $1,600 for, and the other one I paid like $2,000 for. These are $300, and you actually just can pick the whole thing up and throw it across the room if you want to. But I think it's going to be very popular, and I think they have 5 machines out now. I think we're going to have 6, but they delayed the final fight, and then they have other ones that are, you know, going to secretly pop up over time or whatever. But I think it's a great price for what you're getting, and kids are gonna eat this alive, especially at Christmas. But if you're an old retro gamer like I am and grew up in the arcades with these, you know, and you don't have $2,000 or $3,000 to go actually find one, which, you know, would take actually time to find an original one of these, you know, in great condition. Took me a while with my Killer Instinct ones. But, yeah, you ain't gonna beat this price. And the quality is good, super good. And it only took 45 minutes to basically put them together. So yeah, it's great. I don't know what else to say about them. The screen's good. I don't see no dead pixels or anything on the screens. The colors look pretty good. Now the only thing, another difference is there's a speaker right here on the right side. That's where the speaker is, instead of, you know, up under here like the original arcade machines. And they're mono. These are mono speakers, which, you know, a lot of people ain't really gonna care compared to the stereo that the original arcade machines have. And also, of course, these don't light up like original arcade marquees did, but you're talking more money, you know. I mean, that might add another, you know, $60 or something if they had this thing lit up and everything like that. And, you know, put stereo speakers in here, it might be another $30 or $40, and then you're starting to jump up to a $500, $600 machine, and, you know, nobody's not going to pay that kind of money for one of these. But they're really nice, and I will show close-ups of, you know, the control panel and everything else at the end of the video. But they're really nice. So let me adjust the camera and I'll play around on Street Fighter and you can see how it works. Super Street Fighter New Challengers.
India. Round one, fight. You win. Round two, fight.
Beautiful. So that's that on that one. So the only thing I can say is on the Street Fighter machine is if you're doing like fireballs or uppercuts, you know, and you got to do the roundhouse moves or whatever, the balls sometime, you know, get a little loose and you got to screw them back in. And that's, I'm talking about the joystick top, ball tops, or bar tops, or whatever you want to call them, come loose. Now, that's just like if you're doing those kind of moves. I wouldn't see it being a problem on any other game, but when you're doing roundhouses and all that other crazy stuff, that, you know, they can improve on that. But other than that, joysticks feel great, and buttons feel wonderful and everything. Now on the Rampage, let me move over here so you can see the Rampage. This is one of my favorite arcade games back in the day. Plus I had it for the NES too, so. But I mean, graphics are amazing, as they should be. You have the arcade in your home. And of course, on this machine, you have Rampage, you have Gauntlet, you have Joust, and Defender. So it's pretty awesome. Now, a lot of people have been reviewing these and saying that the control panel, the colors or the finish or whatever, like the graphics, start to rub off around this area. And I'm thinking those people are talking about Arcade 1-Up when they have the machines at trade shows and there's 5,000 people that touch one machine. And you know, if you don't own something, most people, you know, are abusing it, and you know, probably don't wash their hands, probably do a lot of things, and yeah, it's probably gonna rub off. But touching these, I do not think they will do that. You know, I think they'll last a pretty good while. And Arcade 1-Up says if anybody has problems with these control panels, to contact them, and they will greatly replace it or do whatever they will do to make you happy, pretty much. So they got real good customer service. I've talked to a couple of employees at Arcade 1-Up, and they're very nice and very helpful. So I'm very pleased with the purchases, and if you're interested in buying one of these cabinets or any one of the others that they're coming out with, don't hesitate. Go buy one, pick one up, because they're really cool. They don't weigh much, and it's great retro gaming from back in the day. So that's probably all I got to say about it. I give them, you know, I give them a 10 out of it. Like I said, they're a lot of fun. I plan on getting more. And that's basically about that. That's that. Thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. Hope it was useful, and please subscribe if you can. I have a lot of reviews coming up. I'm actually building a big arcade room that'll be finished soon, so that's when I'll be doing all my podcasts and streaming and reviews and everything. So get ready for that around December, January, or February-ish, whenever it's getting finished being built. Thanks for watching.